You are 30 and still single, which means you're too shallow. Oh, is that what that means?
You really do need to make it your full-time job to get a husband. Maybe this guy needs a full-time job so he doesn't have all this free time to be commenting bullshit on the internet.
When you're 40 years old and single, you're going to kick yourself and wish you had taken it seriously. Just confused, bro. What's going to happen at 40? She explodes?
I couldn't date a girl raised in a single parent home. To all the ladies out there and raised in a single parent home like myself, are you sad?
What's up, guys? It's me, Lori, aka Loretta Chow, the sex reporter, here to start objective conversations about sex, dating, and relationships. What you just saw was a preview of some of the amazing videos that I'm going to share with you today that were from women who are single and over 30 and sharing their perspectives on what that's like. I decided to do this video because I did an earlier video called Being Single in Your 30s versus Your 20s that got a lot of mixed responses, including a lot of broad generalizations. I think the most interesting thing you guys are going to find from the submissions that you're going to see is that among these several women, experiences are so different and so diverse. They are going to tell you about both the ups and the downs of being single and over 30.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I live in Hawaii at the moment, on Oahu, and I am a Chinese translator for the Navy, and I'm 38 years old.
I'm Denitra Latrice from Thoughts from the Blue Notebook, and I'm here today to sort of give my feedback on what it's like to be a single lady.
My name is Renata. I live in São Paulo, Brazil. I work in advertising. I am 33 years old and I have been single and happy for 4 years.
My name is Just Call Me Wa. My first name is Wahima. I am on YouTube and on Instagram under Just Call Me Wa, so you can go ahead and check that out. I'm a 35-year-old female. I live in the San Bernardino area and I work in human resources as my day job.
So what a lot of people often forget when making generalizations about being single over 30, or really generalizations about anything, is that there are lots of different ways to be single and over 30.
I got divorced when I was 25, I guess. Been divorced since then, kind of just dating around with a child, and I'm actually super happy.
I refer to myself as being a super single because I have never been in a relationship. Shocking, I know. Most people are very upset to find this out and they really want to dig down into the root cause of why I'm single. And honestly, I don't know what the answer is.
When I broke up with my last boyfriend, I realized I needed more time for myself and I wanted to be single for a while, and I still am. So far, I didn't really miss being in a relationship again. Also, I never wanted to have children, so the biological clock was also never an issue for me.
I have been divorced for the last 5 years. I have a daughter that is 11 years old who lives partly with me and partly with my ex-husband. We co-parent very well. We were married for 8 years. I made the decision to leave the marriage because he was a nice guy, but he wasn't the right guy.
When I posted the open call for this subject and sent emails out with directions about how to make submissions, I stressed that any and all perspectives were welcome because I really wanted to know the truth about whether single women were really happy. And it turns out it's not all rainbows and bunnies depending on where you are in life and what you want. Interestingly, as far as the women who did submit answers to me, the key to their happiness didn't seem to be in their relationship status exactly. It was more about learning to get to know themselves and what they wanted out of life.
Am I happy about my status as being super single? For a very long time, mostly throughout all of my 20s, I was not. I felt a deep well of loneliness. I still feel loneliness. Let's be honest with that. I still feel loneliness.
On my late 20s, when I was in my last relationship, I wish I knew that I didn't have to stay stuck in a bad relationship just out of fear of being alone, because relationships are not everything in life. You are never alone if you have good friends and a good family, and most importantly, if you have love for life and love for yourself.
One of the most surprising things that I realized during my relationship, and is probably one of the reasons why I'm still single, is there's a lot of compromise that has to be made at a time in my life where I'm not really prepared to make those compromises. I spent 4 years at home with my daughter. So from birth to kindergarten, I was at home with her and I went back to work. I love working. I love my career. I'm making some pretty cool advancements right now in my day job, which is in IT for a Fortune 100 company. So I'm really excited. I get to travel, I get to meet tons of new people, and I get to date.
I'm very positive about being single. Like, I don't allow myself to like wallow in the despair and the fear and all those things that people have told me that I should fear. The fear of being alone, the fear of dying alone, the fear of spending your life alone or not having someone to do things with you. But like, I do all those things by myself. I go to dinner by myself. I go to the movies by myself. Any activity that is typically a couple activity, I've probably done it by myself.
What's also interesting is that respondents said that the source of their unhappiness and their stress wasn't their relationship status either. It was the people judging them for their relationship status.
As far as some of the pressures are concerned that I face as a single woman who's 38, I think a lot of them come from my parents. And I have to work to not take them as insulting, because I feel like people address women who are single, the older they get, as if they need a man in their life to take care of them. I kind of wish my parents had more peace of mind about how I'm doing without a man, but really that's on them. That's kind of like their generational burden.
Everyone around me made me feel like I was wrong for being that way and that I needed to figure it out. I even had a coworker tell me, even though he did not know my relationship status, he said that if you are single for more than 3 years, something is wrong with you. And that was a little hurtful.
I do get a lot of assumptions, such as, you are probably going out a lot. You are partying a lot. You are probably going out with a lot of guys. Sometimes I am, but sometimes I am not, because I really, really do enjoy having time for myself.
So what does the research say? What does marriage data and divorce rates and other research based on scientific methods, happiness data, what do all those things say about whether people can actually be happy past a certain age if they're still single and not married with kids? So I did look into that and I want to share my findings with you, and that's why I made part 2 to this video, which you should make sure to look out for after this video comes out. But for now, I'm going to share with you the responses that these 4 women had to some of the comments from earlier videos about this very topic.
You really do need to make it your full-time job to get a husband.
Right now, you're careless and naive.
When you're 40 years old and single,
You are gonna kick yourself and wish you had taken it seriously when you still had your youth.
He is absolutely correct if that's what you want. If you have leveled with yourself and what you really want is a husband, is the traditional, more conservative idea of marriage, then I totally agree. You know, you should go to a matchmaker.
Nobody will visit you in your nursing home while you eat your applesauce out of a straw. So, you want us to be punished with sickness and loneliness when we are old? I didn't know that being happy was such a sin.
People are worried because sexual market value is definitely a thing and it doesn't just apply to women. I feel like this is 2018 and that is not true, especially with Black women. Like, I feel like Black don't crack, I'll be fine, thank you.
If you want to hear more from Caroline, Wahima, Hinata, or Denitra, I'm going to post their stories individually in longer cuts for the squad on Patreon. That is a platform which I'm going to link below where you can become a supporter for $1 a month and you will get access to things like uncut interviews and other extra content that isn't on this channel. Thanks so much to the ladies who decided to participate in this project and to share their stories with us. I hope this was informative or helpful to some of you out there, and I would love to hear your thoughts. I would just ask that you keep it respectful in the comments. One suggestion I got, for example, while doing this video was from a guy saying that he would love to see a similar video for men. So if you are a guy out there and you're single over a certain age and you have a story to share, let me know. And of course, if you like this or any of my content, please remember to hit the subscribe button and also the bell next to it so that you get notified when new videos come out. It also helps a lot if you will just give the video a thumbs up and share it with your friends on social media and anywhere you can think of. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.